How Parisian women dress in summer 2026, minimal chic secrets revealed. Welcome to Parisian Outfits, where I explore effortless elegance and the subtle art of French style. Today, I'm revealing how Parisian women dress in summer 2026 and the minimal chic secrets behind their timeless looks. I think there's something quietly powerful about how they approach fashion. Have you ever wondered why their outfits always feel so effortless yet so intentional? The philosophy behind Parisian style. I think Parisian style starts with a mindset rather than clothing. In my experience, it's about confidence and simplicity working together. What I find interesting is how this philosophy creates consistency across different looks. Feels natural rather than forced. Why less always feels more. I think the idea of less is more is at the heart of this aesthetic. In my experience, removing unnecessary elements makes an outfit stronger. What I find interesting is how simplicity highlights quality. It feels refined and effortless. Unlike fast-changing trends, unlike most trend-driven fashion, I think Parisian style resists constant change. In my experience, timeless pieces outlast seasonal trends. What I find interesting is how this creates a more sustainable wardrobe. It feels intentional and smart. Neutral colors as a signature. I think neutral tones dominate Parisian summer wardrobes. In my experience, shades like white, beige, and black create versatility. What I find interesting is how these colors make mixing and matching effortless. It simplifies styling. The importance of fit and tailoring. I think fit is more important than the item itself. In my experience, well-tailored pieces elevate even the simplest outfit. What I find interesting is how small adjustments can transform the entire look. It creates polish. A surprising approach to accessories. What surprises me is how minimal accessories often create a stronger impact. I think Parisian women avoid over-accessorizing intentionally. In my experience, 1 or 2 pieces are enough. Do you prefer bold accessories or subtle details? Effortless hair and natural beauty. I think beauty plays a key role in completing the look. In my experience, natural hair and minimal makeup feel more authentic. What I find interesting is how this enhances the overall aesthetic. Keeps everything balanced. Lightweight fabrics for summer. I think fabric choice is crucial during summer. In my experience, breathable materials like linen and cotton are essential. What I find interesting is how these fabrics add texture without heaviness. It feels comfortable and chic. The power of simple silhouettes. I think simple silhouettes define Parisian summer style. In my experience, clean lines create elegance without effort. What I find interesting is how these shapes flatter naturally. Feels easy yet refined. Footwear that completes the look. I think shoes are chosen with both style and practicality in mind. In my experience, comfortable footwear enhances confidence. What I find interesting is how understated shoes complement the outfit. Keeps the focus balanced. Layering with intention. I think layering is subtle but important even in summer. In my experience, light layers add dimension without discomfort. What I find interesting is how this creates depth in minimal outfits. Feels thoughtful. Confidence as the key element. I think confidence is what truly defines Parisian style. In my experience, attitude transforms any outfit. What I find interesting is how confidence makes simplicity stand out. It creates presence. Why simplicity stands out. I think simple outfits often stand out more than complex ones. In my experience, clean looks draw attention naturally. What I find interesting is how understated style feels more powerful. It's quiet confidence. A balance between comfort and elegance. I think balancing comfort and elegance is essential. In my experience, uncomfortable outfits lose their charm quickly. What I find interesting is how practicality enhances style. It makes fashion wearable. The influence of everyday life. I think Parisian fashion is deeply connected to daily life. In my experience, outfits are designed to be lived in. What I find interesting is how this practicality shapes the overall aesthetic. Feels authentic. Timeless pieces over trends. I think investing in timeless pieces is key. In my experience, these items create a reliable wardrobe. What I find interesting is how this approach reduces decision fatigue. It simplifies dressing. The emotional side of style. I think fashion is also about how it makes you feel. In my experience, confidence comes from comfort and authenticity. What I find interesting is how personal style reflects identity. It becomes meaningful. My personal take on Parisian chic. I think Parisian style is about finding balance and staying true to yourself. In my experience, simplicity creates clarity in fashion choices. What I find interesting is how this approach feels timeless. It never goes out of style. Final thoughts and reflection. As I reflect on how Parisian women dress in summer 2026, I truly believe the secret lies in simplicity, confidence, and thoughtful choices. I think this approach makes fashion feel effortless yet intentional. What would you change in your wardrobe to achieve a more minimal chic style? If you enjoyed this, don't forget to subscribe to Parisian Outfits for more timeless fashion inspiration.